1051.
And if I have to do the fucking, I leave my neck stuck in your rectum till you learn. Brand Nubian, yo, you gotta respect them, dissect them, yo, our word is born regardless. To whom or what, and I do the Puma strut, and step the fuck off before I punch you in your face with the motherfucking bass. Then you're gonna taste blood in your mouth, it's gonna flood south to the ground, and you're gonna know I don't fuck around. So if you think you have two soft new jacks, we're gonna have to off you with a few cracks to the jaw, then you won't pop that shit no more. Explain it to your friends why.
It's Power 1051, home of the Breakfast Club, Angie Martinez, that hip hop and R&B. She got EmEz. This is the Sunday sit down, and this evening I have a legendary hip hop group, Brand Nubian, in the building.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right. We here, no doubt. New York.
And introduce yourselves individually.
Lord Jamar, peace.
Sadat X, peace.
Now, and they brought wine.
Oh yeah, brought the wine.
So I mean, I need to know whose wine is this, and how is that? What is this?
Well, first of all, this is my wine, Sadat X wine. My partner Will
True
Trell.
wine connoisseurs.
True wine connoisseurs. You know what I'm saying? This is the fruitation of 5 years in the making. You know, starting May 1st. Well, actually, starting Monday, we starting to get national distribution now, so you can get it. It's going to be in your local stores. We got, right now, it's in about 60, 70 stores throughout the tri-state, mostly in Brooklyn. So a couple of stores in Manhattan, so now it's coming.
Got you. Listen, that's something we need to get a part of. I want to...
Oh, yeah, I bought it for y'all, so you got to crack it and taste it.
I definitely want to taste that,
Yeah,
absolutely.
definitely.
Okay, off the alcohol. Now, Brand Nubian's in the building. What have you guys been up to?
Man, doing what we always do, you know what I mean? Shows, you know, music. Dude's got solo albums, you know. I'm on my executive thing right now. I got an artist named Aaron Cooks that I'm working with. Me and my man Buster Rhymes.
What are you bringing with you?
He had some family things he had to take care of, so he had to get
Next
back.
time we need to
he's from
have him.
Syracuse,
Yeah.
so he had to come. He had to head back up. But yeah, that's what we doing. We doing what we always do. We maintain it. You know what I mean? We
Yes,
here. We
I
ain't
see,
going
I
nowhere.
see a little acting in the situation. How'd that come about?
I mean, that, you know, when you decide to do certain things in your mind, you know what I mean? That's the first basis of making things into reality. So it's like, in my mind, I decided, I want to do some acting. You know what I mean? I spoke it out loud, and things started to happen for me. You know what I mean? And you know, since then I've done Oz, Law and Order, Sopranos, Rescue Me. I got a joint coming out on HBO in July called The Night Of, and you seen the trailer for it after the Game of Thrones.
Yes. Do you watch Game of Thrones?
Well, I watched it that night. I happened to watch it that night, and I saw the trailer for the joint. So, that's Michael K. Williams, John Turturro.
Yeah.
Tretch is in that.
Dope.
Sticky Fingers is in that. Yeah, it's popping.
Well, so let me say this now. I want to act. I'm putting that out there in the world and see if that manifests.
Just for real. Yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
Brand Nubian's in the building.
Yeah.
How would you feel if someone called you a controversial group?
I would feel good, because then that means that we're not the norm. You know what I'm saying? We're not in the cookie cutter form, which is somehow became acceptable of today. You know what I'm saying? We that means we standing apart and people's taking notice.
Was that a conscientious idea for you guys? You wanted to stand out and be outspoken?
Well, we were just being who we are. You know what I'm saying? That's our lifestyle, our nature. You know, we follow the 5% nation. So, you know, we gonna be knowledgeable of everything. And if that's controversial, then I guess that's what
It's
we
like
are.
musical heroes, you know. Some of mine are like Boogie Down Productions,
Exactly.
Public Enemy. So when you got that kind of love in your DNA, it's like you got no choice but to come with a certain type of energy and certain type of information-based music. So yeah, that was a conscious decision. We were actually called radical
Yeah.
when we first came out. Not even controversial. They were calling us radical.
Yeah, but you guys, hip-hop in that day was just trying to get a voice, I believe. I think it was just trying to express what was going on in their hoods. I think now the hip-hop, what's the overall voice isn't that anymore. It's a different type
Somebody else's voice.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Brand Nubian's in the building.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's the Sunday sit down. It's your main man, EmEz. How do you feel, since we're talking about hip-hop, how do you feel hip-hop stands now?
Well, you know, I teach in the school. So I teach 5th grade, I teach 6th grade, and I teach 8th grade. And, you know, I try to explain to my kids, you know, because they like, you know, they jump on the latest fads or whatever. But a lot of it, I tell them, I said, you know, a lot of the artists, I feel it's good, but you don't separate yourself, and that's why they don't have the longevity anymore. You know, you have a lot of artists, they come out, they flame for a year or two, and then they go to the side. I feel like a lot of these artists, it's no separation. I'm not going to say it's not hip hop, because it is their hip hop or their form version or what they call hip hop, but I feel like the separation is not a lot of artists that separate themselves. There's a few. You got a few like Kendrick Lamar. You got a few like his coming out, Aaron Cook, and you know, some of those artists are separating themselves. But a lot of them fall into that 1 year, one or 2 year thing, and then they like go into the diaper bag.
I think there's hip hop and there's rap.
Yeah.
Hip hop has a bright future. Rap, I'm not sure about.
Facts. This is Sunday Sit Down with your main man EmEz. Since we're talking hip hop, what made you decide to back artists like the one you're backing now?
Because he embodies everything that I feel a hip hop artist should be.
Such as?
I mean, for one, he can rhyme for real, not just sing songy songs. Although he can do that, he can rhyme for real. The content of what he's saying is relatable and resonates to me as someone who's an alpha male. Okay, they're shoving a lot of these beta males down our throats, and the alpha males can't really resonate with that. That's why I can't fully, even though I say, this dude could rhyme, but I fully can't get behind some of these rappers because they soft.
Yeah.
They not somebody that a dude like me can follow. Not that I'm a follower, but, you know, it's not somebody I can't click with those type of dudes. Like I wouldn't rock with you other than this music. Like this dude is a real dude, and it's like he's super talented, super humble, and it's been 15 years since I put out another group. The last group I dealt with was Dead Prez.
So imagine how many people came at him since then. So imagine how many people came at him.
So imagine how that I'm not thirsty. I waited for something that motivated me and inspired me to say, the world needs to hear this.
Now I'm excited.
I'm coming behind this. And
what's his name?
Aaron Cooks. And if you listen to any of my interviews on Vlad, you know I'm hard on this hip hop game. Like I don't just I don't play that. Like I don't just rock with anything. So if I co-sign something, trust me.
Serious.
It's that.
Serious.
Heavy talk right now. It's a Sunday Sit Down. It's your main man EmEz. Brand Nubians in the building. So let's go back a little bit. If you could categorize some slow down girls, who would they be?
Like today?
Yeah, today.
That need to slow down?
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh no.
I mean, it's a wide scope.
Right. Well, it depends on what you mean. What they need to slow down. Because in that song, we were talking about sexually, drugs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hard drug,
trying to be like that girl that's juicing dudes for money and all of that. So it depends what aspect. I don't know if there's a lot of crackhead girls.
Yeah. I would hope that's over with.
But you know, definitely on the sexual, you know, going real hard in the public. You know, celebrities that go a little too hard with the sexuality. I don't know.
Instagram fiends.
Cardi B.
Woo! Do it out there.
You know, those type of dogs, like, what was the one before her, the skinny?
Jocelyn?
Oh, yeah, Jocelyn, but what's the other skinny, light-skinned one that was?
I know.
Cat Stacks.
Yeah, Cat Stacks, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you just got no shame in your game, like anything, you just talking about, what you doing, some kind of things that you put in your mouth and all that. It's like, slow down, ma, like, you could be sexy without all of that.
Exactly.
Got you.
We still love you, though.
Yeah, Cardi, I'm sorry. You the homie. It's true stuff. Anyways, it's the Sunday Sit Down. It's your main man EmEz. It's hard enough to be an artist by yourself, and it's got to be doubly hard to be in a group. Give me some hurdles you guys had when you were coming up as a group and forming a group and being a solidified unit.
Well, one thing is, especially with us, if you're dealing with 3 alpha males, sometimes it heads or butt.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Heads will butt. You know, you argue, you yell, but at the end of the day, you're all brothers. Like if you argue with your physical brother, you know what I'm saying? Your brother that's your blood. You argue with him sometimes. So you know that was an obstacle. You know, just overcoming that. But over the years, you know, we worked it out. Like a lot of people don't know. Like we do a lot of shows every month. Like, we never stopped doing shows. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people be like, well, when you're going to start doing, we always did Brand Nubian shows from then to now. It's not like we just fell out and then got back together again. We always been doing stuff, but I would say that's one of the obstacles, just, you know, of everybody saying their piece and just putting it all together.
Yeah, it's the different personalities and all that gelling. So it's like obstacles, but if you're able to come over those obstacles, the rewards can be that much greater than even as a solo artist.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Because if you look through time, some of the greatest hip hop that you received came from groups, not just from solo artists. People always name solo artists, Rakim, Nas, you know what I mean? Like, and that's dope. Jay-Z, but this Run DMC, like Cold Crush, it was Furious 5. These were groups that propelled hip hop in the beginning. De La Soul, Tribe Called Quest, Brand Nubian, Black Sheep, Public Enemy. These are groups. PRT,
PMD.
You know what I mean? EPMD. So it's like we got to look at that and know that being able to cooperate with your brother in order to bring something beautiful to the world is a good thing. You don't have to always be so selfish and not want to have to go over those hurdles.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because those hurdles are necessary.
That's deep. Just Sunday sit down. It's your main man, EmEz. How did you? I don't pose this question. Seeing how music is going into this digital transformation, how do you see yourselves transforming with it?
Well, I see it as basically, you know, a lot of times, you know, they talk about hip hop, and when you talk about forms of music, hip hop is still in basically its infancy. You understand? If you're going to talk in terms of music, hip hop may be 50 to 60 years old, where you have compositions written by Mozart and other people that are 200 to 300 years old. So I think it's still just finding its chambers. You know what I'm saying? People that grew up with us, that's one chamber. People that's under us, that's another chamber. So I think it's just people finding their lane with it. It was a time when grown-ups taught adults. You know what I'm saying? A lot of time, to me, it seems in this music, the kids the kids are teaching adults that fall into it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of older guys that are falling into the kids pattern, and that's the vice versa. I'm like, you never let the babies teach the adults teach the babies. I
think it's a fine line for artists like us to say, to try to keep up with the times, but at the same time retain who you are. Like, we can't just jump out the window and start rhyming on trap beats. Like, you're never going to hear that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You know, could we somehow find a beat that's somewhere in the middle of a boom bap and maybe the drums are 808? I don't know, maybe. You know what I mean? But it's not going to be in that syncopated type of style that, you know, trap would be in. So finding that middle ground, and we was just playing some music the other day that we thinking maybe we could rhyme on something like this, that might be that middle ground we were looking for.
See, that was my next question. Is there new music on the way?
Well, you know, he got a solo joint. I just did something for one of his solo joints.
Did you do the track with Black Rob recently?
I did a joint with Black Rob. I got an album coming out on Tommy Boy, another something I did with Diamond D and with Elder Sensei. But like you said before, I do a lot of solo stuff, but my greatest pleasure is working with the group. And like you said, like Jamar, he played some joints for me the other day that are middle ground type of beat, something that we feel that, you know, it's not fully trap, but it's not fully something that's old school where people can identify with, something along the middle. And like I said, we trendsetters, you know what I'm saying? So we feel we gonna set that lane.
Got you. It's the Sunday sit down. Brand Nubians in the building. I love interviews like these because it's like a lesson in hip hop. I want to thank you guys for coming by.
No doubt, definitely.
Are there any final words? No, before I end it, you said earlier something about the 5%ers. Could you explain the 5%er thing to me?
Well, basically, the 5% Nation is something that started back in the mid to late 60s by a brother named Clarence 13X Smith, who went on to call himself the Father of Law. He taught that the black man was God, the black woman was the earth, and that 5% of the population of the planet Earth knew who they were as far as being God. There was 10% that knew the truth but taught other than that in order to be the bloodsuckers and controller of the remaining 85%, who are the average people who have no knowledge of themselves, who are easily led in the wrong direction, hard to lead in the right direction. That's the basic gist of it.
Thank you. That is. I've
There
been
you go.
asking for that for plenty of times.
And some
that was the
people will
first time I
say,
finally
and then
definitely
some
got it.
people say, well, if the black man is God, is the white man the devil? Yes, he is.
And that's how we going to interview, baby.
There you go, baby.
There it goes. It's the Sunday
Hey!
Facts. Brand new music. I appreciate you guys for coming by.
Taste this wine. Get this
I'm definitely gonna have some fun.
And you can get that. Check this out. TrueWineShow@gmail.com and TrueWineShow.com. You can find out about the wine. We got mad episodes, and you can see how we matured in the fruitration of this thing right here.
Dope.
You can follow me on @Lord Jamar,
There you
Twitter
go.
@Lord Jamar, IG. Follow my man, the real Aaron Cooks on
There you
IG.
I need to see that. I really need to.
It's really dope.
because
Trust
if that's
me.
what it is.
Trust me.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Google his freestyle on Sway.
Yeah.
Google that,
Yep.
and then holla at your boy.
On Sway, you said, right? Mm-hmm. So we got you. Say no more.
right.
Brand Nubians in the building. I appreciate you guys for coming
Thank you,
by.
sir. Yes,
sir.
It's Sunday Sit Down.
There you
Peace.
go.
Another example of how easy does it.
Power 1051.